throwing in a few stories along the way. Nothing too disconcerting, but hopefully something to keep your attention. First song we'll do is a song called The Ashes and the Flame. We used to do this one with a bass guitar player and a drum kit, but the drummer's now an accordion player. The bass guitar player emigrated to Dorchester. So we're a stripped-down version. We're a stripped-down version, a four-piece, sort of more or less acoustic. So that's Mike at the end with the accordion, otherwise a drummer in lots of outfits. Anthony in the middle, guitar. Rob at the back, and in the front in many respects, on acoustic guitars today. And I'm Andy.
Please don't ask Andy what's the difference between the two identical instruments he plays. They're not identical at all, but it's a long story.
But he's ambidextrous.
So most of these songs have been homegrown. Some of them have fascinating stories underpinning them. This one probably does, but it was homegrown so many, many years ago that we've forgotten entirely what it's about. Anyway, it's called Ashes and the Flame. Goes like this. Oh, if I were a learned man, could write a fine hand, I'd send my love a letter that she might understand, and I'd send it by the river where the fast waters flow, and I'd send it to my love that she might ever know. Well, the soldiers of the king and the judges of the hour have forced me out of hiding. Now they hold me in their power, and they force on me a uniform and hand to me a gun, and they make me take my place and turn where any man would run. As much as any man or woman that takes the name, mine is the story of the ashes and the flame. A mother stands the bleeding, and Mary by my hand. What the deed of daring through a dangerous land that I never saw. I'm close to door, the wind cracks the stream. I'll set the bones and the Thank you. It's a bit strange. We're kind of pointed this way to an empty room, and you're all sitting here. So we'll try and involve you as well. This song does have a story. This song is, I just mentioned the bass player who emigrated to Dorchester, not that far away from a lovely place called Lyme Regis. And you'll be familiar, I'm sure, with the name Mary Anning, and you probably know that she came from Lyme Regis. Very, very famous fossil hunter from the late 19th century. And Anthony here wrote a number all about Mary Anning, and it's called Bones.
But to his great cost, the first bones found were the first bones lost. Sent it home for the study of digging up bones. No answers, more questions. Little Mary bold, only 12 years old. Spent the night on the beach in the rain, and just a pinch in the fingers, she fully restored. Magnificence of a blessing saw. Bones, skeletons in the closet. Bones, scraps and true lies. Bones, the freaking tube is the final proof. The devil's chaplain when he worked out his theory to try and explain. Needed more time than the Bible had a hand to make sense of all the bones and the lives, and that Sussex hoax made everybody think. Jesus God, he found a missing link. He closed down size when the teeth didn't fit. It took 40 years to get to the bottom of it. Bones, skeletons in the closet. Bones, scraps of truth. What is bones? But sharper man could be the final clue. Sells seashells on the seashore. Shells that she sells, the seashells of that I'm sure. She sells seashells on the seashore. But at night she's out there all alone. She's digging up bones, scraps of bones, sticks and stones, a stack of bones. Seek Tabo bones out of Mongolia. That's geographics that have no fear. We'll have no phony fossil finds over here. And the Sussex hoax made everybody think. People thought he found a missing link. Closed down sides when the teeth didn't fit. So 40 years to get to the bottom. Them bones are gonna walk around. Them bones, them bones. Them bones are gonna walk around. Bones, them bones. Oh, them bones are gonna walk around. Bones and bones. Them bones are gonna walk around. Them bones and bones. And she sells seashells on the seashore. Shells and she sells the seashells, of that I'm sure. She sells seashells on the seashore. But at night she's out there all alone.
Bones.
Thank you. Mary Anning, a hero. This next song is about Snow Hill, I suppose. I might turn my cap round. Better that, don't I? It's about the people who are struggling to make ends meet, and the lure of easy money and stuff, but the community and comradeship. Now that's complicated, isn't it? It's a song.
I might say Anthony, when he's not doing this, is a psychiatric nurse. He knows these people well.
some kind of nerve showing your face around here. The life you loved and left behind, it's all but disappeared. And your ex has had another child with a man she's grown to hate, stuck in that 13th floor apartment, paid for by the state. And Daddy hit the bottle. He died a broken man when he saw the ankle bracelet of my 3-year probation. And you ain't got a future here. You ain't got no friend. You're daubing all the old gang and they're gonna get you in the end. You say you want to wipe the slate clean, start the game again. But you cannot put the pieces back. Now the fort's been overturned. We never touched the money. They never found the car. We all kept the oath we swore to you, but now we don't know who you are. We hear your acting flash with everyone. Find them all drinks and big cigars. But with all the debt you're carrying, it doesn't seem so smart, because you traded all our futures. You could never make amends. You dived in all the old gang and they're gonna get you in the end. Well, you say you want to wipe the slate clean, start all over again. We can't accept your hand of friendship. Our fingers have been burned, but I would take another hit for you. And I pray God that I'm not wrong. If you put your hat back on your head and just keep moving along. Boy, you got some kind of nerve showing your face round here. The life you loved and left behind is completely disappeared.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice tune. You wrote it. Real good.
Quite a few of the songs, numbers we've written over the years have been derived from ancient rhymes. Old, partly, sometimes completely forgotten nursery rhymes, skipping rhymes, all that kind of thing. This is one such. This has the curious title. It goes under the heading of Cock Bendy, or more particularly, Cock Bendy's Cure. Now, I don't know who Cock Bendy was, but poor Cock Bendy got himself in trouble, and Cock Bendy ultimately became deceased, yet immortalized in the very words of this well, these curious words and this glorious tune that we've set it to. It's a very quiet, rather sad song, so apologies for that. I'll just change the instruments, and then we'll crack on.
I was going to say, how would we know you've changed?
Everybody got a Sharpie? This one for this tune.
So Cockbend is sickening. Do you know what would mend him? 20 kisses in a red rag would surely wake and restore him.
I'll do it.
Cockbend is sickening. Do you know what would mend him? 20 kisses in a red rag. Surely wake and restore him. 20 kisses and 20 kisses in a cloth. 20 kisses to cure him, make him feel well enough. Cockbend is dying. Death rattles inside him. He's letting go and he's fading. 20 kisses might mend him. Lassie, will you send them? 20 kisses in a cloth. 20 kisses to cure him, make him feel well enough. Cockbend is buried, carried off up to heaven. 20 kisses to his coffin, surely wake and restore him. Lassie, will you send them? 20 kisses in a cloth. 20 kisses to cure him, make him feel well enough. Cockbendy. Cockbend is cured. And some glorious guitar playing from Rob Lowry, fresh back from Marseille on his motorbike. Let's hear it for Rob on that lovely guitar.
Bonjour, bonjour. Comment ça va? Eh bien.
Un petit peu.
S'il vous plaît.
Oh, yeah.
What is the French for cock bendy, just out of interest?
Don't need age verification.
Le flop, I think it's called, isn't it?
And now for something completely different. It's still another fairly slow one, but it's got a different vibe. We live in a land of dragons, wyverns they're called in Somerset. And I think Somerset's the emblem, the flag of Somerset, of course, is a dragon. And I sometimes wonder if this has at least something to do with the dragon and the invasion of the Vikings. So the Vikings famously sailed in dragon-helmed ships with dragon emblems on the sails and on their banners and all the rest of it. And these dragon ships were a plague in Somerset in the 9th century, ultimately to confront Alfred the Great, as he came to be called, near to where he was hiding out at Athelney on the Somerset moors, down between Glastonbury and Taunton. And it's interesting that there's a very famous dragon tale about a guy called John Aller from Low Ham, who killed a marauding dragon with a great long javelin, which you can still see to this day, hanging up on the wall there in Low Ham Church. And Low Ham is right by Athelney, where Alfred the Great was hiding out before defeating the Vikings at the Battle of Edington in 878. And I just wonder if there's an interesting, curious historical circumstance here where we've got the defeat of the Vikings sailing along the Parrot, probably in their dragon ships, coming down from Chippenham, and this curious folk tale of the slaying of a dragon on the Somerset levels. Anyway, this song has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with that story. But it does happen to share a theme because it's called dragons, but these are dragons in your mind as opposed to real dragons with wings and breathing fire and all that. Anyway, it goes like this. I'll go find the chords first then. Yours and I got mine. We've got little monsters somewhere. Everybody needs to lay a dragon down. Spend our lives tilting and twisting windmills. Sometimes catch a friend in the firing line. Sometimes we're unseated in the trying. But everybody needs to lay a giant down. And I can never see the wood for trees. Great big blur and a fiery tongue. No, there's nothing out there. It all comes from within. Still I'm looking for a flying saucer I can shoot down. making. But sometimes all my creatures seem so real. Sometimes I try to name them so I can pin them down. Everybody's making scapegoats all the while. And I'm looking for a flying saucer I can shoot down. And everybody needs to lay a giant load. Looking for some dragon I can strike down. We resolved it in the end. So here's another song. This one's called The Earthly Delights. What's this all about? Well, it's all about the things that have passed, and not least the lovely singers and songwriters and musicians that have passed, and all the other things that pass in our lives that we would love to have back, but that's the way it goes. It's called The Earthly Delights. Spaces, no more flower beds. I'd sooner be in than out of my head. There's a spring somewhere I'm trying to find, some dark corner of my slumbering mind. Something more than a precious string. It's a beautiful bird, the beautiful sings, and there's a spring somewhere. The beautiful sings. Can anyone tell me where I'll find these things? Open the box of these earthly delights, let the daylight in, waken the night. Across the gilded lawns of the Fisher Kings, wine did flow from 1,000 springs, and dreamers dreamed their incredible dreams. Can anyone tell me where I'll find these things? I've lost something more than a precious ring. It's the beautiful sound of 1,000 strings. There's a beautiful bird, the beautiful sings. Can anyone tell me where I'll find these things? And open the box of these early delights, let the daylight in, waken the night. don't suppose I'll see them again. Fading away, these invisible friends. Can anyone tell me that's not how it ends? I've lost something more than a precious ring. It's the beautiful sound of a dozen strings, and there's a beautiful bird, beautiful sings. Can anyone tell me where I'll find these things? And open the box of these early delights. Let the daylight in, waken the night. And open the box of these early delights. Let the daylight in, waken the night. Let the daylight in, and the daylight in. Open the box of these early delights. Waken the night. Let the daylight in and awaken the night. Let the daylight in and awaken the night. Let the daylight in and awaken the night. Let the open the box of these early delights. Open the box of these early delights and let the daylight in. Awaken the night. Open the box of these early delights and let the daylight in. Awaken the night. Thank you. That's quite a new one. A bit raggedy in places, but hey. Oh, Rory will be here in a minute. Has anyone seen Rory? There'll be the sweaty guy with the beard coming in a few moments. Just cycled down from Bristol.
Young man rode up to the top of the hill, casting up the last of his own free will. The very next day he was due to be wet and taste the earthly delights of the conjugal bed. On the way down he chanced to meet a charming young creature in the midday heat. She asked for his company upon the walk home. Within a short while she had taken his arm. Just the bark of a fox to shatter the spell. Much too late to save his soul from hell. Few minutes more and they were wrestling down. Their clothes torn asunder, scattered around. But just as his moment of glory had come, the girl disappeared, nowhere to be found. Wahoo, 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 wow, wow, wow. A smell of burnt toffee permeated the air. Seemed to be coming from the fox's lair. He recognized her scent and ran for his life. Confessed everything to the would-be wife. She sent for the priest, all shaven and shorn. He paraded that man and left the maid forlorn. When he cancelled their wedding the very next day, swore another could never be made. Just the bark of a fox to shatter the spell, but it's too late to save his soul from hell. Young man's grown old, lives all alone, no longer speaks to the folks in Bob Town, but daily he crawls up the Salisbury Hill, hoping his lover is waiting there still, while the foxes scamper, run quickly to ground, stopping only to bark at false lovers wherever they're found. Wahoo, 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 wow, 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 wahoo, 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 wahoo. Just be careful where you walk your dog.
She spoke to the maiden all forlorn. What was the other line there? Shaven and shorn. See lots of echoes there of these old nursery rhymes, folk tales that we recall. And this is another one based on one of those. This one was gleaned from the pages of Walter de la Mare's collection of such things. Important stuff. Stuff that we carry around in our heads, these little nursery rhymes and songs and poems, little snippets of stuff from childhood and beyond. They were described by the great collector of such things, of nursery rhymes, skipping rhymes and all of this, Iona Opie, as being like miniature masterpieces, or at least miniature works of art, good or bad, that we carry around with us. They're so small, they just sit there in our heads wherever we go, to pull them out in times of need, in times when you need to get the babe to bed, to sleep, or whatever. And this one is based on one such, and it's that old tale of the danger of running off with the gypsies. So apologies to the excellent gypsy community if this causes any offence, but they're not my words. These words then are derived from a piece of literature penned down perhaps in the 19th century, collected from oral sources, which probably go back many, many decades before it was ever writ down, and we call it Gypsy Girl. Mother said I never should play with the gypsies in the wood, and if I did, she would say, "You naughty girl, to disobey. Your hair won't curl, shoes won't shine. Gypsy girl, you'll never be mine. Gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, my gypsy girl." Mother said I never should play with the gypsies in the wood. My father said that if I did, he'd wrap my head with a teapot lid. Your hair won't curl, your shoes won't shine. Gypsy girl, you know hard times. Gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, my gypsy girl. I went to sea, tried to get across. I paid 10 shillings for a blind white horse. Got up on his back, got up in a crack.
Sally, tell my mother I won't be back. Your hair won't curl, your shoes won't shine. Gypsy girl, you'll never be mine. Gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, my gypsy girl.
Wood was dark, grass was green, and in comes Sally with a tambourine, and in comes Sally with a fife and a drum. Sally, tell my mother what's being done.
Your hair won't curl, your shoes won't shine. Gypsy girl, you know hard times. Gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, my gypsy girl.
Hair won't curl,
Your shoes won't shine. Gypsy girl, you'll never be mine. Gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, gypsy girl, my
gypsy girl. Thank you.
This next song is about the debt we owe to all the generations that have gone before us for their love, care and foresight.
This one is not one of ours. Incidentally, this one's written by a great songwriter, Canadian I think he is, called Cy Khan, who wrote many fabulous songs, including Aragon Mill, you might know that one. This one's called Gone, Gonna Rise Again. It's a real gem.
Well, I remember the year that my granddaddy died. He's gone, he's gonna rise again. They dug his grave on the mountainside. He's gone, he's gonna rise again. I was too young to understand the way he felt about the land, but I could read his history in his hand. Gone, he's gonna rise again. There's corn in the crib and apples in the bin. Gone, he's gonna rise again. I'm in the smokehouse, cotton in the gym. Gone, he's gonna rise again. Cows in the barn and hogs in the log. You know he never had a lot, but he will work like the devil for the living he's got. Gone, he's gonna rise again. And these apple trees on the mountainside, gone, he's gonna rise again. He planted the seed just before he died. Gone, he's gonna rise again. Yes, he knew he never would see red fruit hanging on the tree, but he planted his seed for his children and me. Gone, he's gonna rise again. edge above the farm. God, he's gonna rise again. Got thinking of my people that have gone on. God, he's gonna rise again. Like a tree that grows on the mountain ground. The storms of life have cut him down. But the new wood springs from the roots in the ground. God, he's gonna rise again. God, he's gonna rise again. God, he's gonna rise again. Thank you.
There's a plague of them out there. Have you noticed all the ladybirds flying around, flittering about? They used to be called Bernie bees. And this song is a song all about the Bernie bees. A good luck symbol, good luck token in tradition. They're called ladybirds because they're named after the Virgin Mary. Because Mary, the lady, brought the ladybird to be in order to fend off the pesky, whatever they were, caterpillars or moths or whatever it was that was devouring the crops, and in so doing, in creating the ladybird, aphids. Oh yeah, they eat aphids, don't they? So by getting rid of the aphids, the ladybirds save lives. So God bless the Bernie bee. And the Bernie bee, the ladybird, you'll remember the rhyme from your childhood. The ladybird, if you blow it off your hand, might fly off to your own true love, who one day you will meet and you'll be bound to thereafter. So this is a song grown from some of this childhood, some would say doggerel, others would say one of these little masterpieces that we carry around in our heads, and it's called Bless You, Bernie Bee. It's possibly the wettest song in our set. I think that might be the word to describe it. And it's got a lovely catchy chorus that you'll maybe find hard to get out of your head for the next 3 weeks. I apologize for that. And it's quite a new one. It's called, what is it called? Bless You, Bernie Bee. I'm likely to forget the words of the chorus. I think it's in D. So this is how the chorus goes, and we do this one in D. Bless you, Bernie Bee. Tell me where my love might be. Tell to her all I have to say. Spread your wings and fly away. Bless you, Bernie Bee. Tell me where my love might be. Tell to her all I have to say. Spread your wings and fly away. Spread your wings and fly away. If it be tomorrow or some other day, seek the path she loves the best. Be she east or be she west. Bless you, Bernie Bee. Tell me where my love might be. Tell to her all I have to say. Spread your wings and fly away.
love might be. Tell to her all I have to say. Spread your wings and fly away.
Well, we've been the Swingle Singers. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Are we doing it? Are we? Oh, sorry, okay. Oh, cheers. You're not doing I might.
One's help and nothing but task. Stroke of the blade made of earth. Beauty of stone left me cold. The reeling in love is the winding on road. One's help and nothing but task. Born at lantern and last. Even sell my soul and be condemned on the mountain top. To know her for a day and to know all her charms. La 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 la. of life born of stone, sharing of the thought that ashes cast, pulse that gave you shape in the artist's arm. I'd even sell my soul and be condemned on the mountain top to know her for a day and to know all her charms. La 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 turning into stone of the sculpted heart, the fading into grey of the sculptor's eye, of he who dared one day to take you in his arms. La 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 la. Thank you. We'll take a break now. Oh, that one, by the way, was it grew into the song, The Tale of Pygmalion, taken from Ovid. But anyway, enough of that. We'll take a break, replenish our gander jugs, but we'll be back with you in 10 or 15 minutes' time. Thank you. We are back before breakfast.
Yeah, it's great actually.
Lovely chaps.
Is this you've been liberated, have you, with your box, with your preamble? I don't know, can you hear it? I could hear it on the bits I needed to hear, for sure. I think it could go up a couple of notches. some shopping, have we, lady? No, I better not. I'll get my fingers all greasy. I've wiped them all out. Thank you so much.
It says part 2 on the back of this. So I don't think you're home. No, I think it actually was a good call. Didn't just the way things panned out. I probably can save it to the end.
I've had some, thanks.
Um,
Oh, it's there. Yeah, no. Polly, my drink is just on the table next to us. That's definitely yours, yeah.
I do apologise. I ignored that.
Rob, it's great you could come and play. What? Have we started?
Well, we're back. We're called Back Before Breakfast, and that was a tune from Ireland. It's called Maggie's Waltz, played there by the magnificent Mike Fullick. Let's hear it for Mike Fullick on his squeeze box. Squeezing away for your pleasure and his. This next one that we're doing is another one of those very quiet numbers, 2 or 3 of which we've done already, and it's another one of those numbers which is derived from one of those folk tales or nursery rhymes, in fact, a skipping rhyme, I think. Maybe the words derive from a lullaby, who knows? It's called John the Boatman, and it's very sleepy. And it's that time of the day, you've had a pint and you've maybe eaten something, so feel free to snooze through the rest of this wonderful Back Before Breakfast set. we probably will, yeah. And it's called John Boatman. It goes like this. Call John the boatman. Call, call again. Loud flows the river, fast falls the rain. John is a good man. Sleeps very sound. His oars are at rest. His boat is aground. Call John the boatman. Call, call again. Loud flows the river, fast falls the rain. Loud flows the river, so rapid and deep. The louder you call him, the sounder he'll sleep. That's John Boatman, followed by Stafford Island.
120. Oh,
Yeah.
no, somebody else. What? I don't do anything.
This song is about circularity, about the completeness of everything. It's called the One Strand Sea, and the strand is a beach that goes on into infinity. So it's kind of consciousness expanding on the back of a pizza. Me up, carry me over the one strand sea. Spread your wings, take me up, cover me. Cover me. Cover me, spread your wings, cover me, put me down, let me fall where none can see. Lay me down in your island. Smother me, smother me, smother me, lay me down, smother me. Your wings, take me up, cover me. Lift me up, carry me over the one strand sea. Carry me, carry me, carry me over the one strand sea. Carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me over one strand sea.
Thank you. The One Strand Sea. That's another one of those Opie family nursery rhymes. Fascinating things. What's next?
Travis.
Do you want to tell them about Travis?
I can.
One of Anthony's songs coming up now, called Travis.
Okay, so this song is inspired by the Martin Scorsese movie Taxi Driver, and it's called The Ballad of Travis Bickle. And it goes like this. Loneliness has dogged me all my life. In cars and bars all over town. So I signed up to hang out with the gang. But they all got killed in Vietnam. Now I don't sleep too well. And be worldwide at the Palestine campaign. The guardian angel of my own. She said I put her in mind of the Pilgrim song, the one by Chris Christopherson. And then she sang to me. Pusher and a prophet, he's partly true, he's partly fiction. He's a prophet and a pusher, a walking contradiction. But that's nothing like me. And all the animals come out at night. The dogs who deal the drugs and whores. A real rain is gonna crash down from the sky and wash the scum off the sidewalk. To leave them clean once more. He's a pusher and a prophet. He's partly true, he's partly fiction. He's a prophet and a pusher, a walking contradiction. That's nothing like me. I'm just a forgotten man. I couldn't take it anymore. There never was a choice for me but to make a stand that no one could ignore. At last I see It's your move, I'm waiting here. He's a pusher and a prophet. He's partly true, partly fiction. He's a prophet and a pusher, a walking contradiction. But that's nothing like me. And are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? The Ballad of Travis Bickle.
So once upon a time, there was a guy who wanted to get married so bad, but nobody would have him. Luckily for him, he knew a wizard called, I don't know, Gudrun, we'll call him. There we are, we'll masculinize the name. Gudrun. So Gudrun the wizard, in the old Welsh tradition, created a bride for the said prince, and she was such a beautiful person. She was so beautiful, in fact, she was made out of flowers. And they were wed, and they lived happily for a time. But unfortunately, she was so very, very, very beautiful that lots of other menfolk took an interest in her. And soon enough, she was engaged in a different liaison, much to his despair. And worse still, she was so engaged, she decided she wanted to get rid of the prince, her husband, and she conspired to have him done away with. The prince, her husband, got wind of this. He went back to Gudrun, the wizard, and said, "Can you do something about this, mate, please?" And Gudrun did, and as a punishment, he turned Blodwyn, as she was called, into an owl forevermore to flit in the trees, according to the wonderful tome that they named the Mabinogi. So this is the tale of the owl of Blodwyn, who was turned from being the flower fairy into a lonely owl forever flitting among the trees. And the chorus for this one is taken from a very, very ancient rhyme song, call it what you will, and we simply call it The Owl. At a lady's knee, now I'm a knight all the food I eat. Crying, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, my feet are cold. See me, for here you see me, persecuted all and all. Once I was talk of nations. Once I sat at a king's right hand. But now I'm a nameless shade. Shadow flitting across the land. Once I outflew the hawk and merlin. Once I outraised the king's own son. But now I'm condemned on I spread my wings when the day is done. And I'm crying, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, my feet are cold. Pity me, for here you see me, persecuted all and all. And I'm crying, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, my feet are cold. Pity me, for here you see me, persecuted all and all. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I've reminded myself that. Did any of you ever read Alan Garner's splendid book, The Owl Service? No? Great book. The Owl Service was also inspired by that same folk tale, all about Blodwyd, the flower girl, and all that.
Next song is about more of our musical heroes, really. About how they're all sort of up there still doing their thing up in heaven. Oh, and it was done by somebody called Emmylou Harris. I don't know who she is. Hank Williams died when I was 5. He sang, "I'll never get out of this world alive." Well, it's been a long time since I was that kid. I've seen a lot more than Hank ever did. I've done the down and out in every dark and dive, but I'll never get out of your love alive. And Sam Cooke met the woman at the well. She told him that his song was something he could never sell. I think he knew a change was gonna come. And still he lived too fast and he died too young. But dying young, I have survived, though I'll never get out of your love alive. And I got washed in the blood of Bill Monroe when he sang about the blues in the body and soul. Yeah, he believed in a God that could raise the dead. But it's a mighty dark road to travel, he said. I've seen a mighty dark night and I made that drive, but I'll never get out of your love alive. Seen a mighty dark night and I made that drive, but I never get out of your love alive. And Robert Johnson had a hellhound on his trail. It drove him to the coffin like a hammer hits a nail. It takes a powerful man to carry that load. When you're trying to beat the devil to the old crossroad. I wrestled the devil, lived to testify, but I never get out of your love alive. I never get out of your love alive. Never get out of your love alive.
Thank you. So a bit of Emmylou Harris there. But back to business. This is one of Anthony's numbers. It's called Sanctuary. I've got no idea what it's about, but it's a great song.
This is a song just about sailing away in a boat.
Okay.
I carried the sins of the world upon my shoulders. A past pestilence pressed hard on me from every side. Inspired by the lives of the saints and the martyrs, I brace my front sail, head into the squall, placing all my trust in the Lord, way out on the edge land, to live as an exile in surroundings of our truth and serenity, a place of deep dreaming, lost valleys and islands. To survive here will take island integrity. I sailed my small craft to a place with no harbor, a hallowed retreat for an anchor and I could ride. Bad stepping out from a world that's grown so dark, to dive in a sea of purple and gold, a phosphorescent fortune of light, way out on the edge land, to live as an exile in surroundings of past truth and serenity, a place of deep dreaming, lost valleys and islands. To survive here will take island integrity. Just to get by I must keep breaking my back, but I feel I'm slowly fading now back into black. From here looking back, I can see how I grew wiser. The harshness of life on this crag has taught me much. To bend with the wind, it only tends to make you stronger. I've let go my doubts, my spirit's restored. I'm ready to come home and unsearch, way out on the edge land, to live as an exile in surroundings of past truth and serenity, a place of deep dreaming, lost valleys and islands. To survive it took island integrity, lost valleys and islands,
Out on the edge land,
lost valleys and islands,
out on the edge land,
lost valleys and islands,
out on the edge land,
lost valleys and islands,
out on the edge land.
lost valleys and islands. Thank you.
Gary and Sue are off. Bye, Gary. Bye, Sue. See you soon. This song's called This Fear. It's a song all about having fears.
Andy is riddled with them.
I'm riddled with them. Absolutely. Got this fear of flying, got a hatred of heights. I've got a fear of nighttime driving with a faulty set of lights. I've got this fear of crossing a line and finding there's no way back. I've got a fear of losing track. I've got this fear, don't you know? I've got this fear, don't you know? I've got this fear, don't you know? I've got this fear. Got this fear of a war that's brewing. Got a fear of drugs and booze. I got a fear of doing nothing, but I've a fear of breaking rules. I've got this fear of waking up and finding it's all been a dream. I've got this fear of someone seeing me. It's a place where I shouldn't be seen. Got this fear, don't you know? Got this fear, don't you know? Got this fear, don't you know? Got this fear. Got this fear of the oceans belching some great big tidal wave, rising up so big and tall, no one on earth gets saved. I got this fear the new world is devouring the old. I got this fear I should have listened more to all I was being told. I've got this fear, don't you know? Got this fear, don't you know? Got this fear, don't you know? Got this fear. I've got this fear, don't you know? 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 I've got this fear, don't you know? Got this fear, don't you know? I've got this fear, don't you know? I've got this fear. I've got this fear. Thank you.
Okay, now, listen, you might think that superheroes are the goodies in the stories, and it's not true. They're not. They're the baddies, okay? Because they are the tools of the establishment. They stop all the rest of us doing anything different. Step out of line, vote for a political party you don't like, Superman, boom, straight in the window. So this song is about the other way of thinking about Marvel and comic book heroes. They dropped the bomb in 45. They claimed it saved 1 million lives, and that mushroom flower gave them superpower. No one could match them on the earth, from strutting their stuff, and for what it's worth, they were iron-jawed as they imposed the law. good times rolled every Saturday with their girlfriends at the drive-in matinee. But the B-movies and Twilight Zone got the mob thinking they were not alone, and a fear spread into every home. You know, once you lose a people, you begin to lose a war. But a page of graphic propaganda portrays a dream worth fighting for. It's a metaphor. And strange lights on the old highway, I don't remember nothing of my time away. Doc's the only one believes the things I say about the Emperor's plan to blow the moon away. Flash, flash, I love you. Flash, flash, I love you. But we only have 14 hours to save the earth. Faster than a speeding train, is it a bird or plane? Tell me. The what I'm seeing is the end of all uncertainty. A comic book hero, like Nero, is a pugilist fiddling around, updated, a distraction from the actions unfolding back in your hometown. Now how? With your cape belt and one-piece suit, Dale Arden thinks your boots are sexy. But with great power comes a great responsibility. The comic book heroes are zeros. They're vigilantes outside the law, using their powers by crushing all challenge to the world order. Flash, flash, I love you. Flash, flash, I love you. But we only have 14 hours. You don't have any superpowers. And that is why you're still my Mr. Universe. Thank you very much. We've been back before breakfast.
Thank you. Thank you to Stevie, if he's still there. Is Stevie in the room? Thank you, Stevie, for doing the sound. Really appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Rob.
Let's hear it for Stevie doing the sound there. Fantastic. Hooray! Thank you, Stevie.
Very much. I like your nice bits.
Yeah, still one or two.